What are some best practices in cyber insurance and strengthening one's cyber posture? How Gallagher can ensure that the cyber posture of their clients is strengthened and among the best in the industries and amongst the peers?
Great question. And obviously, being a cyber insurance broker myself, one I have to tend to answer and give feedback on a daily basis. So, listen, I mean, firstly, the emergence of ransomware completely shifted the minimum control requirement, in the cyber insurance industry, predating sort of 2018, 2019, not to throw any underwriters or sort of anyone under the bus here, but we didn't really understand what good looked like, in my opinion, from a risk management perspective, especially when dealing with ransomware attacks, which has probably been what has been the biggest driver of claims across our market the last 4 or 5 years. One of the most crucial sort of controls which came out the back of sort of the ransomware epidemic was multi-factor authentication for remote access to your organization. Obviously, during that time period, it sort of coincided with COVID. So there was a bit of a shift from employee on-premise based working to remote working, and it took some time for companies and IT teams to actually get up to speed with the right protections being put in place to stop or to sort of reduce that unauthorized access via a third party. For me, MFA is probably the most crucial control, alongside sort of suitable backups as well. So having backups for your data, for your applications which are stored off-site, MFA protected, immutable, so they can't be altered or encrypted, is crucial. Firstly, it removes or reduces the potential need to pay any ransomware demand in the event you actually have an attack, and also at the same time, that restoration piece is crucial. So you get back up and running a lot quicker than you would do if, for example, your backups have been affected. So for me, they're probably the most two crucial controls, and then there's also a laundry list that insurers sort of ask for, really, especially the larger you are as an organisation. That sort of requirement list tends to grow. Employee training, phishing simulation training being another. So once again, making sure everyone's educated on the ground about unauthorised access into the organisation. There are EDR, SOC and SIEM tools. So third-party vendors coming in, scanning the network, making sure that obviously everything's running smoothly, and once again there is no hackers or unauthorized access sort of members on there. And then lastly, a strong and robust BCP or disaster recovery plan. Wake up tomorrow morning, what do you do in the event that you've been attacked, and who are the key stakeholders at your organization who are going to be responding to that incident. You need to be potentially notifying your cyber insurance policy, but also at the same time, you need to be connected with the third-party vendors who are going to get you back up and running again. So forensics, legal services. If there's been a data breach, for example, make sure you're managing that properly. So in GDPR for UK, we have 72 hours to notify those individuals, notify the ICO, and there's a separate timeline to notify said individuals. So there's lots of different parts to think about. So a really robust incident response plan is crucial to making sure they're getting back up and running as quickly as possible.
It's like an entire ecosystem that you need to
strengthen
in order to have everything in place.
Yeah.